Welcome to my channel, and today we are diving deep into the high-stakes political drama unfolding in Washington. The clock is ticking, and with just 3 weeks left before a partial government shutdown, Congress is locked in a budget battle that could affect millions of Americans, and neither side is backing down. This isn't just politics as usual. It's a last-minute showdown with real consequences for the economy, government services, and everyday life. Here's where we stand. Congress has until Friday, August 29th, 2025 to pass a spending bill. If they fail, large parts of the federal government will shut down. We're talking about national parks closing, thousands of federal workers being furloughed without pay, delays in federal benefits, and ripple effects that hit small businesses and even the stock market. The sticking points are less about numbers and more about values. On one side, Republicans are pushing for a $50 billion increase in defense spending and deeper cuts to domestic programs like education, climate initiatives, and public health. They argue the U.S. needs to strengthen national security and rein in what they call runaway spending in social programs. On the other side, Democrats are holding firm on protecting funding for healthcare, education, and climate action. They say cutting these programs now would hurt working families and slow progress on urgent issues. Behind the scenes, negotiations are tense. Staffers are pulling late nights, drafting possible compromises, but in public, you'd think neither side is even talking. Press conferences are fiery, social media feeds are full of blame, and some lawmakers are openly skeptical a deal will be reached in time. A few moderates have floated the idea of a short-term continuing resolution, basically a band-aid to keep the government funded until late September. But critics say that's just delaying the inevitable fight. If this feels familiar, it's because we've been here before. In 2013, a 16-day shutdown over the Affordable Care Act cost the economy an estimated $24 billion. In 2018-2019, we saw a record-breaking 35-day shutdown tied to border wall funding, which left 800,000 federal workers without pay. History shows that shutdowns shake public trust and rarely result in a clear political winner. But the political theater can be intense, and sometimes that's the real goal. This isn't just a DC drama. It's about real people. A shutdown could mean TSA agents working without pay, leading to longer airport security lines. Families planning national park trips would have them cancelled. Federal loan applications and benefit processing could grind to a halt. And if the shutdown drags on, economists warn that consumer confidence could drop, hurting spending and slowing growth. Markets have already shown signs of unease, with the Dow Jones dipping 250 points earlier this week as budget talks stalled. The next 72 hours before August 29th will be late-night sessions in the Capitol, heated floor speeches, and a constant swirl of rumors about a possible last-minute deal. Both parties are playing a game of political chicken, and the longer they wait, the greater the risk, not just to the economy, but to their own approval ratings. So here's my question for you. Who do you think is going to blink first? Is this just political theater to rally their bases, or will one side give in to avoid backlash? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I'll be reading them and responding in my next video. If you're thinking, here we go again, you're not alone. But here's the twist. With the 2026 midterm elections just over a year away, both parties see this as a test of strength. How this showdown ends could shape campaign talking points for the next year, and maybe even tip the balance of Congress. I'll be tracking this story hour by hour, so make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my updates. And if you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Until next time, I'm US Fame Reporter, and this has been your deep dive into Washington's latest last-minute showdown.